What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Redoption Agency, where I had the lowest cost of goods on YouTube. How about that? Figure if I just put my phone up here once a day and just talk about whatever on eBay, maybe that'll get me be more consistent without having to plan anything. Just talk whatever's going on. So, what is going on? Well, if you've been to my store, you saw that I've redone my logo. I went with a cleaner look. Just a black background and white lettering. And I'm pushing the name Redoption Agency more, where before I was pushing Urban Picker more. So now it's like Urban Picker's Redoption Agency, but without the Urban Picker. But it's still my YouTube or my eBay ID. And then I never really thought about or tried to define what I do, what we do online as far as a business, standpoint. So I wanted to try to start honing in so that I can promote more and try to drum up more excitement or traffic to my store. So I went with vintage and discontinued. So if you look at my logo, it says Redoption Agency, vintage and discontinued. If you're on YouTube, you can click on my page. It's the top, my main picture there too. So I figured that kind of describes it. You got your vintage items, obviously, and discontinued is just pretty much anything that's not vintage. It's just not made anymore. And I know, like, at least a lot of women with makeup and stuff like that, when they hear, their favorite color has been discontinued, So I kind of went that route with it, and we'll see how it works. We'll see how it sticks, see how it goes. So I had renamed my store the Redoption Agency also, but I'm still keeping the Urban Picker as my eBay ID. And then I've been promoting on Facebook. I've been spending $10 a day for the past few months getting traffic from eBay, but it's kind of just, eBay is still kind of a mess, because there'll be some days where I'm pushing, 1 million impressions. Is it impressions? Yeah. Where I'm pushing 1 million impressions, but yet those are the day it seems like my sell-through rate's lower than the days where I only have, like, say, 600 impressions. So it's very odd what's going on. I know they still have issues because I still get emails from customers saying that they can't accept my offer or they can't check out. And I don't even bother calling anymore, just because I'm done wasting my time talking with the people who answer the phones, because 9 times out of 10, I'm teaching them something, being I've been on eBay longer than they've been working at eBay. So I've just kind of give up, because the last time I called in about the checkout issues, and they just went into the normal spew of, well, your sales are probably down. Why don't you try running a sale? Blah, blah. I already run sales on everything, so you get that blanket statement that they make to go through all the stuff that, I'm sure they have to deal with a lot of people who call in who are not, haven't been selling on the site for, 20 years full time or whatever. So they go through that normal spew. And then a lot lately, the people I've been getting a hold of, they just don't want to talk about anything deeper or, the other issues. Maybe they just don't know anything. And being that the tech people don't talk with them, they're just left in the dark anyway. The guy last time did say, and I don't know if it's true, if it's deflection, what the case may be, because I just kept on him and on him and on him. And he ended up saying, well, it's PayPal's fault for the checkouts because they keep changing everything constantly, which is messing up the eBay site. So it kind of makes sense if PayPal's pissed off at eBay that they would be playing games like this, but it's hard to say because there's always so many issues going on with eBay's website that it's hard to believe, because anytime eBay does an update, as you know, it screws up 10 other things on the site. So I don't even bother calling it anymore. I'm just living with the BS. So, and just trying to think of other ways to drive traffic, to, I don't know, get it out there more, whatever the case may be. I did sponsor with Stray Rescue of St. Louis, their golf tournament, which was kind of cool. So I sponsored like one of the holes at the golf tournament. So they put my logo and stuff at the hole. So that was kind of cool. So just reaching out, doing different things like that, trying to get the name out there more to try to drive more traffic. And I think what I'm trying to do is start small, where I'm starting local, trying to get people local more interested in my store, and then let it kind of grow from there. If you watch my other videos of my old video footage when we were kids on VHS, I'm kind of using that on Facebook to help promote the store. So even though you see those going up, I'm using those videos also to help promote the store. So everything I do, there's always a deeper plan going on. So that's kind of driven a little bit of local traffic into my store. So because I got a lot of St. Louis items, so it just makes sense to, hey, you need a discontinued Cardinal t-shirt that you've been looking for forever, or that you used to have and ripped up, come to my store. So kind of going that route with it, and we'll see what happens. Plus going through all these old video footage, all the people I grew up with are kind of getting a kick out of them. So it's kind of fun too. And just sitting here watching them all, trying to get them all digitized so that they're out there forever. So when I die, if the boys wanted to look back on them, or whatever the case may be, or see what it's like back in the 90s. So it's kind of cool. So sales have been pretty lately. I don't want to complain, just because of all the crap that's going on in this country right now, with the BS riots, and then the COVID, and then the fires, and the hurricane. And it's like, I'm lucky to get $600 a day. That's the way I'm kind of looking at it right now. So, and I keep getting a lot of people talking that want me to make more videos, obviously. And then I get a lot of comments on the Instagram and what have you about how they like my videos in my store and what I do and how I sell, because I'm not these guys who claiming they're making all these six-figure numbers, but yet, their cost of goods are probably half of that, where I can do six figures and my cost of goods are, just a smidgen percentage of that. And that's the beauty of doing 99% of the shopping at outlets. So I'm going to try to get more, even if I'm just talking BS like this. Figured maybe there'll be something in here, a nugget somewhere, that since I just talk whatever's on the top of my head, that somebody can get something out of. And then plus maybe I can get more views on my videos and actually start earning revenue on the videos. That'd be awesome. But like yesterday, I had 750,000 impressions yesterday. And what's been down is my organic sales. Promoted items sales have been up, but the organic's been down. So I'm going to have to try to figure that out. And I think one thing I haven't done a lot of lately is end old stale items and then sell as similar when relisting them. I haven't done that in probably 4 months, because everything was going so good. I just left it alone and just kept it rolling. But so I think maybe tonight I'm going to start doing that. Just maybe do 2 or 4 500 items a night, just to get them refreshed and back into that whole algorithm crap that they may have fallen out of. And hopefully that would generate more traffic, more sales. But let's see, anything else interesting here? Today's Sunday, September 20th, 2020. And everything's down right now for today. We're at 4:15 Central Time. And it's still down pretty good. Traffic's even down. I'm only at like 400,000 impressions right now. Not even 400,000, 459 or 359,000 impressions. So pretty crappy there. The only thing that's always up constantly is my external site views. They're always up crazy numbers because of the way I guess, share all my product when I list. Well, I haven't done that in a long time either, on Facebook and Pinterest and all that, which I've kind of got a new set going the way I'm listing now. Somebody's coming to the door. I didn't know if they were coming in. And then what I kind of did is, if you watch my other videos, you know how I was breaking down all the way I listed things. Well, I kind of broke it down even more, because what I found was you've got to find what works for you. Everybody knows that. Everybody works differently, and you got to find your weaknesses so you can motivate yourself to list more. And that's just the bottom line. So for the people out there who go, after 2 items, I'm done for the day. I'm like, 2 items, what? You know, so 10 items, I'm done. What? You know, so I'll give you a quick walkthrough, but I found that the last stage of finding a home for the item was slowing me down, because it was connected with the actual listing of the product. Now, if that don't make sense to you, let me break it down for you. I bring a bag, a box, whatever I bought into my office. First is processing it. I count it, account for it, all that. And then I separate it. T-shirts, jackets, sweatshirts, heavier items. And that's all based off of my drafts. If you watch my older videos, you know I talked about making generic drafts that you can copy off of. I have a draft for t-shirts, draft for jackets, which include jackets, sweatshirts, anything heavier. Have a draft for pants, CD, cassette, you know, neckties, whatever the case may be. If you're new to this video, what I mean by that is, if you have a generic draft, all your basics that you don't have to change are already filled out for you. So, you know, when it comes to the eBay categories, your store category, whatever the case may be, your shipping amount that you're going to put on that item, all that's filled out for you. So it makes listing a whole lot quicker, when all you have to do is type in the title, add the picture, maybe add some more of the item specifics, whether it's the brand, etc., etc. So, and then you don't have to add store categories or your store categories or the shipping amounts. All that stays the same, so it makes it quicker. So I separate it via my drafts. So I got a t-shirt draft, I got a jacket draft, which is all heavier, like I said. I have an adjustable hat draft, I got a snapback hat draft, I got a fitted hat draft. I've got a generic for just all little loose ends of stuff, whether that's toys or knickknacks or something I don't get a lot of in at all the time. I have a draft for pants, have a draft for shoes. So it all gets separated in various places, so that when I get a full tote or a full cube, I can bring that down and do with it as I wish. Now, as I said before in the other videos, my weakness is I can't do the same thing over and over again. It gets old, it gets repetitive, and I burn out really quick. So I can process. That's one step. Separate. Boom, boom, boom. Then my next step that I created was, instead of using my phone to take pictures anymore, I went ahead and went back to the camera. I put a file on my computer to go with the camera, and then I marked the box, like I got boxes, box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4. So I set that box here, take that one for example, and I go, okay, I got a bunch of t-shirts that will fill that box. I'll bring down the t-shirts, take the pictures of all those t-shirts, pack them in that box. That box will be box 1. on my computer, box 1, I put all those t-shirt pictures into that file for box 1. Now when I do this, I keep whatever's in the box the same, so that when I go off my drafts, it's quick and easy. It's just a bunch of items done over and over and over again. So take the pictures, fill the box, boom, put the box over to the side. That step's done. If I want to go, okay, I got a bunch of jackets, let me knock those out, fill another box. Box 2 has a bunch of jackets in it. Throw that to the side. Okay, so then I'm tired of taking pictures. Let's go ahead and do another step. So you can go back to processing, bringing more in, refilling those spots back up, or you can move on to the next step. Next step would be bringing a box in, and say it's the box of t-shirts. I go to my draft, and I do 10 at a time to make it so it's not overwhelming. I'll copy draft t-shirt 10 times. Then I'll drag the pictures and just add the pictures to those 10 generic drafts. Copy it 10 more times, another 10 t-shirts, add the pictures, blah, blah, blah. So now in the draft, there are, let's just call it 20 t-shirts, 20 draft t-shirts. It has the picture on it and the common stuff that you never have to change, like not always have to change. Sometimes you have to change if it's like a baseball t-shirt, then put it under, Major League Baseball instead of under t-shirts. Because if you don't, you won't find it on eBay. It won't bring it up. If somebody typed in Cardinal t-shirt, St. Louis Cardinals t-shirt, it won't come up if you put it under t-shirts, because it automatically only searches Major League Baseball items, which is bullshit. But that's the way it's set up. So don't do that. So I've got these 20 t-shirts in draft. Now all I have to do is I can keep doing that if I want to. Okay, I emptied that box. Let's go ahead and do the jackets too. Bring the box of jackets in. Make 10 copies of your jacket draft. Boom, boom, boom. Add the pictures. That step's done. Okay, you're tired of doing that. Let's go ahead and start the next process in listing the items. So I broke this down into 2 steps, where before it was 1 step. Before, when I would have the stuff, I automatically put it in its final home. Well, I found that it's so packed that finding the final home was kind of getting overwhelming, and I wouldn't list because I dreaded finding a home for that item. I'm like, it's gonna be tough because I'm just gonna have to top off a tote like this, a tote like that, and it's a pain in the ass. So I found myself not listing as much because of that. So what I did was cleaned out a bunch of my shelves here. So in the draft, I already got set when I made the copies of 10 that I changed my label, my custom label, to go into one of those cubes. I don't know if you can see, the one says, with the hats right there, it says GC39, Glass Cube 39. So that's already set on there. So I go ahead and add the details of the t-shirt. I've already got the picture in there. Add the detail of the t-shirt, change the little item specifics that I need to. The shipping's already set. It goes straight into that glass cube. So I don't have to worry about finding the final home for it. So then I can just keep doing that until all these glass cubes are full if I want to. That means everything is 100% done, 100% in my drafts, waiting to go live. I just got to find a home for it. And then I found, okay, let's go ahead and I've got 400 items in my drafts, 100% complete, that need to go up. Let's find the homes for them. I noticed when I broke that down into its own step, it not only motivated me more, but made it kind of go quicker, because I could go down, bring 2 totes up. If I bring those 2 totes up, click on what I want, fill that tote, list or resume the draft, and then change your custom label from the Glass Cube 39 to tote 1 that you're putting it in. And it made it a lot quicker for me. It's like another step of that block I have in my head. Like I said, you got to find your weaknesses and destroy them, and that will get you listing a lot more over and over again. I hope all that made sense without actually showing you. And I've never set up any screen recording on these computers. So maybe I'll do that and kind of show more in another video. So hopefully it made a lot of sense and wasn't just a lot of that talking. But yeah, so I did that, and it's making things go a lot quicker, and it gives me another step to do. If I get tired of doing one step, I can jump to another. So, and when doing that, I can literally, I've got what, 4 or 5 steps that I can jump back and forth to if I get burnt out doing one or the other. So makes it pretty simple. Like I got some stacks here. So instead of putting them into the glass cube or putting them in a box and going to glass cube, I skipped a step and just threw them here on the table. You know, did a couple, you know, like 100 hats real quick, took the pictures and add them to the drafts. Now I'm doing the final details, and then I'll put them in that glass cube right there. So you can actually step, you know, if you get in that mood where, you know, you got a bunch of super items, you just want to get them up quick, this whole layout allows you to skip the steps and just still get it done quick. So hope that makes sense. Probably. How many people out there going like, what, huh? What the hell are you talking about? Because I know there's a lot of people that have a hard time picturing things when people are talking. And there's other people who that's how they learn, is by picturing it. So hopefully that made sense. If not, rewind and watch again. Yeah. Maybe it'll be another. All right, I guess that's all for now. I'm going to put a little pad of paper here beside me. So anything that happens, I'm going to jot it down so I can talk about it in the next video. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe that'll make me more consistent with making these videos. So here's the first one. And then what I want to do more too is highlighting things. So I really should get this computer set up so I can do the screen recording and stuff. So let's maybe highlight somebody else. There's a local guy. Check out his YouTube channel if you wish. He's just now starting with the whole YouTube thing. So it's called Picking in the Hood 2. I'll try to remember to put the link below with all my other links. So you can check him out. Like I said, he's just starting, local guy, picking around here in St. Louis. So give him some love, give him some support, and share love. There's so much anger and ugliness in this country right now. So share some love. And while you're doing that, click like on my video. Share me some love too. Because you know you love me. Hey. Oh. All right. I'll try to get back into that mood too. Because we got the Boy Toy Tour coming up. Boom, 2020. Going to the Smoky Mountains. If you're not familiar with the Boy Toy Tour, it's a guide trip. Take every year, except last year, where we just do whatever. Travel wherever, whatever. We've done Route 66 one year where we hit, Grand Canyon, places in Arizona, whatever the case may be along the way. This year, got 6 people going, 6 friends I grew up with, which is kind of cool. And I rented a cabin in the Smoky Mountains. I rented a 12-passenger van. It's going to take us there. We're going to have a killer time. So I'm going to try to get some of my videos taken for that and get it uploaded here too. So that'll be fun. So, all right. It's just my first little run here. I'll try to get it more organized so I can stay more consistent. So let me see what I can do with this computer here, where it won't take too long to get it set up. Maybe not. Maybe I just freaking use the phone. Who cares? I don't know. I'm trying to make more videos. I want to make more videos. I really do. I'm just so busy working that I'm just like, don't got time. I need to get this listed. I need to do that. So I'm doing everything else around here, too. And plus I've been working out, getting in shape. It's like, hey, sexy. And been riding my BMX bikes again, which ain't hurting my back, thankfully. Because like when I rode my trail bike and I would jog, I got bad discs in my back. They've been operated on once. And it would always mess them up. And I'd have to take, 4 or 5 days off and relax my back. Since I've been riding my BMX bike, I haven't had to take a day off if I didn't want to, except for my legs hurting. But 2 days ago, I did 50 miles on a freaking 20-inch BMX bike. I haven't rode that far since I was like probably 16, 15. I did 16 miles today on it. So I've been knocking out a lot of miles on my BMX bike. So been on the hunt for more BMX bikes to add to my collection too, so I can keep that exercise going. Plus I enjoy riding them because I grew up on them, So they're fun. So anyway, that's it. That's it. This video is far too long as it is. All right. Catch you later, guys. Urban-picker.com or redoptionagency.com. Either one now. Later.